Mahatma Gandhi said, "There are several things that will destroy us: wealth without work, pleasure without conscience, knowledge without character, religion without sacrifice, politics without principle, science without humanity, business without ethics." Integrity is the ability to act with honesty and be consistent in whatever it is you are doing, based on the particular moral value or belief compass you have. Perhaps the most important principle of leadership is dependent on integrity because it demands truthfulness and honesty. Throughout this presentation, I will cover three important parts. First, I will describe what integrity is and why it is important. Second, I will discuss integrity in business and how it translates into success. Third, I will examine the true mark of leadership. Integrity is the ability to act with honesty and be consistent in whatever you are doing. If we browse through the mission statements of most companies, we'll most likely notice at least one statement about integrity. We act with integrity in all we do. We hold honesty and integrity as our guiding principles. We are proud of the integrity, sincerity, and transparency our employees demonstrate every day. These are just some examples of some statements I took from mission statements of large companies. You get the idea. Very honorable statements, but why exactly isn't business integrity so important? According to the Small Business blog, business integrity and reputation is something that is built up over many years, but can also be destroyed incredibly quick with one bad decision or half-truth. There are several questions posed in this article. How important is business integrity to your business? How would you risk your business integrity for a deadline, media coverage, or to pull in a new customer? How about the people that work for you? What would they do? With the rise of technology comes the rise of greater transparency. According to an article written by FreshBooks Cloud Accounting, businesses who failed to be transparent in their dealings with the public found themselves getting reamed on the web. Integrity in business and how it translates into success. This is going to be our next point that we're going to discuss. According to a business article on entrepreneur.com, leaders know that honesty and integrity are the foundations of leadership. Leaders stand up for what they believe in. John Huntsman Jr. is a multi-billionaire who started a chemical company from scratch. He started it from scratch and grew it into a $12 billion enterprise. He wrote a book called Winners Never Cheat and filled it with his own personal experiences in which he steadfastly refused to compromise his principles. Huntsman says that integrity is the reason that he has been as successful as he is. He also said, "There are no moral shortcuts in the game of business or life. There are basically three kinds of people: the unsuccessful, the temporarily successful, and those who become and remain successful. The difference is character." Jack Welch, CEO of General Electric, is a firm believer that if you're afraid of keeping promises, then you don't have the guts to be an effective leader. He said it just that way. You will be the kind of leader that says what the crowd wants you to. There was once a CEO of a major company who was looking for a replacement CEO. He called everyone to a meeting to let them know what was going on and what his plan was. During the meeting, he informed them that in exactly 1 year, he'd be looking to hire a new CEO for the company. He gave every employee a single seed and encouraged them to take it home and plant it. In 1 year, they were to bring back their plant or bring the seed back to work, and the CEO would then choose the new CEO based on what he saw, based on what the results were. A particular man took the seed home and told his wife all about it. She helped him gather the soil and plant the seed. Days and then months passed by, and nothing had sprouted from the little pot. The man and wife were very confused because they never once failed to water. It also got enough sunshine. The year ended, and it was time for all the employees to bring in what they had grown. The man was quite hesitant because he knew he'd be too embarrassed if he brought in the empty pot, just because nothing had grown. With encouragement from his wife, to be just honest and do the right thing, the man brought in his plant, or empty pot, to work. When he walked through the office doors, he saw plants of all shapes and sizes. People laughed at his pathetic little pot. The CEO called everyone to a meeting and glanced out at the plants that everyone so proudly displayed. He then smiled as he saw this young man and his empty pot. He called him to the front and explained to the rest of his employees that 1 year ago, he had given everyone a seed. This seed wasn't just any particular seed, but it was a boiled seed, so nothing could have grown. Because of the integrity of the man with the empty pot, he was appointed to be the company's next CEO. What company doesn't want honest and integral employees and employers? With a sense of business integrity, not only do you avoid potential legal and ethical issues associated with running a business dishonestly, but you also have the opportunity to set a standard of excellence and lead the way of example in your industry. According to a recent article published with AZ Central in US Today Network, there are 4 main advantages of business integrity. The first one is good reputation. Positive reputation in industry and in your local business community. The second point was loyal customers. No one wants to knowingly do business with a company that has a bad reputation and has been caught in lies. Sometimes the best advertising can be through good word of mouth. Ethical employees is the next point. Ethical employees are employees that share your business ethics and are going to be quality employees. That is, if you, as the leader, live and follow your own code of ethics. The last point is an advanced earning potential. There is always a potential for increased earnings with a company that has ethical employees and a stellar reputation. After all, they do go hand in hand. While business integrity has its perks in regards to the company as a whole, it's also very beneficial for individuals if we break down everything. Perhaps the most important principle of leadership is dependent on integrity because it demands truthfulness and honesty. Now let's talk about the true mark of leadership. There should be no exceptions to honesty and integrity. Integrity is a state of mind and not situational like something we normally think of it as. Employers and employees can display integrity in the workplace through leading by example. Leading by example improves personal awareness, sensitivity to others, and accountability, which are all necessary for ethical behavior and integrity. Like I said earlier, integrity in business is a choice. Victor COMM once said, "As an entrepreneur, a reputation for integrity is your most valuable commodity. If you try to put something over on someone, it will come back to haunt you." Now ask yourself these questions. What does business integrity look like to you? Do you have it? Do you see where it can improve?